Alright, so this video we're going to go over how I want you guys to execute the stiff leg deadlift versus the Romanian deadlift. So they're a little bit of a different movement, even though they're working pretty much the same movement pattern and the same muscles. Alright, so I got my bar here. I'm going to show you the first one, stiff leg deadlift. So I'm going to show you first how to do it. I'll show you another rep. So, key points for the stiff leg deadlift is the bar starts from the ground, comes up to your hips at lockout, and then goes back down to the ground. So you're pulling it from a dead stop, just like you would a regular deadlift. So just like a regular deadlift, your feet are also going to be in your conventional stance with the bar over the middle of your foot. Your grip will be the same too. You can do double overhand, hook grip, mixed grip straps, doesn't matter, but it will be just outside your legs. The difference here is instead of bending our knees until the shin touches the bar and our hips are down, we're going to keep the hips up high. So our shins are pretty much vertical, slight bend of our knees just so we're not like fully locked out. So slight bend of our knees, shins vertical, that means the bar is not touching my shins. Okay? So the bar is not going to touch my legs until up top. So in the bottom, space between the bar and my shins, hips are up high. Back is almost horizontal, pretty much. You want to make sure it's nice and straight. From here, you just stand up. And then bar touches my legs at the top. And then bring it back down. So one more rep. Bar is over the middle of my foot. Bar is not touching my shins. Arms are outside my legs. Hips are up high. Back is straight. Stand up. Alright, so that's our stiff leg deadlift. So now, to show you the other variation, the Romanian deadlift, I'll show you that first, and then we'll go over that too. Let me just tighten up this a little bit. Alright, so for our Romanian deadlift, first rep is just a regular conventional deadlift. And then here's the actual Romanian deadlift. Alright, so the difference is Romanian deadlift starts from the top and comes down, doesn't touch the ground, and then goes back up. So the two ways to do that, one is the way I showed you, which is you do a regular conventional deadlift to come to your top, and then from the top down, you do your reps. The other option is if you have a rack, then you can set up the safeties, so where you can pull it out of the rack from the top, take a step back, do your reps, and then take a step back into the rack and put it in. So those are the two options. I like this option better just to do a regular deadlift and then do it from the top down. So when we're doing it from the top down, the movement is the same, where our shins want to be vertical, slight bend in our knees, bending at the waist, going down until the torso is pretty much horizontal, and coming back up. So again, how far you want to go down is based on how flexible you are. So I don't want to come here and round over because I'm not flexible enough for that. So I only want to go down as far as I can keep my back straight. So for me, it's a little past the bottom of my knee and then back up. So that's the only movement, just past the bottom of my knee and back up. If you're more flexible, then you can go down a little further. And if the weights are going to touch the ground, then you can stand on a box or a plate to go down a little further. Also, the difference between Romanian deadlift is the bar is going to stay on your legs the whole time for the Romanian deadlift. So if you saw, I drag the bar down my legs and then drag it up my legs. So the whole time for the Romanian deadlift, I'll show you again, it's going to be dragging on the legs. So I do my regular deadlift, from here, drag it down my legs, and drag it up my legs. Okay, so those are the differences. For stiff leg, we're starting from the ground, going to lockout, coming back down to the ground. Bar over the middle of the foot. Bar won't be touching the shins at the beginning. Slight bend in the knees. Back straight. Come all the way up. And all the way down, reset the bottom. Romanian deadlift is from the top down. So you're going to do a regular deadlift to come up, drag the bar down your legs as you push your hips back and bend over at the waist. And you go as far as you can as you are flexible. So once you feel your back is rounding and your hamstrings are stretched, then that's when you squeeze your butt, push your hips through and come back up, all the way to lockout. Alright, so those are the differences. Hope that helps.